What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest. First of all, I have to say I'm sorry. I've been away for a couple of, I think, weeks now, 2, 3. But I've been relocating. I've relocated back to Nairobi. Yes, nimerudi capital city. So I've been juggling up with the issue of kuhama, getting a place to stay, getting to report to a new workstation, getting to know all those nitty gritties. Getting used to Nairobi life on a daily basis. It's a very different scenario, by the way. Because the last time I was in Nairobi, when I was staying here full swing, sikuwa na job. I didn't have a place where I had to report like every day in the morning. But yes, that's where we are right now. But luckily for me, there's this international break that has come in, and so we'll pick it on from here, and then of course from next weekend, and from next week. This weekend, of course, there's Premier League action, so we're gonna be having much more to talk about. There's also Champions League football starting off next week, so it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be absolutely interesting. And today I don't want to talk about club football. I want to talk about UEFA Nations League. Now, I don't know if you're aware of it, and maybe there are a few persons who are aware of how it's done, how it's going down, what does it entirely entail. There's some people who may be aware of it. There are some who are not aware of it. So I'm here to make you be aware of it. And UEFA Nations League is a very interesting aspect or prospect, if you ask me, that UEFA has done, which I feel, by the way, should be adopted by all other confederations. And this applies to the 55 national teams in Europe, which do play football. And they have formed a league. All right? So all these leagues, it's a league of 4 leagues. I don't know how to say it. It's a UEFA Nations League, but inside it, there are 4 leagues. All right? And these leagues are calibrated in terms of how the teams in Europe are ranked, the like UEFA coefficients, and how they do their ranking. So the top teams are in League A. There we have the likes of Germany, we have the likes of Croatia, we have the likes of Spain, England, France. All those big ass teams are in League A. And in League A now we have groups. Yeah? In every league we have groups. So we have League A, B, C, and D. All right. And D, of course, is the lowest ranking teams. These are the teams akina Azerbaijan, akina Armenia, teams usisikiangi mahali, unajua. So that is what we have. Then in each league we have groups. I think 4 groups each. Like in League A we have 4 groups consisting of 3 teams each group. Then League B we have also 4 groups, each group consisting of 4 teams. Then in League C we have 4 groups, 3 contain of 3 teams, and 4 contain the other group contains of 4 teams. Then in League D we have 4 groups also, of which all consist of 4 teams. All right, and these teams get to play each other home and away. You know what I'm saying? In the league they play each home and away, and the top ranking team of League D, C, and B shall be promoted to the higher level. Like if you're the top ranking team in League D, you're promoted to League C. If you're the top ranking teams in the top 4 ranking teams in League C, they're promoted to League B. And the top ranking teams in League B are promoted to League A at the end of the season. And of course, after A, there's nowhere else to go. So the lowest ranking teams in League A, they are relegated to League B. The lowest ranking teams in League B, they are relegated to League C. C, lowest ranking teams wanapelekwa D. So it's an alternating kind of method, which entirely is like a league. So unajua league mwenye anashinda anakuwa promoted, kaiko chini, mwenye ako chini anakuwa relegated, and of course the top 4 teams now in League A, because it's the top most league, they meet in June next year, where they shall play out the semi-finals. There will be 4 teams, so there will be 2 semi-finals, and then there will be a third place playoff, and then there's gonna be a final. And there's already a trophy in place, by the way. You can check it out. I'll share it on my Facebook group. You can go check it out. There's a UEFA Nations League trophy already. So it's a very interesting prospect. What I like about the UEFA Nations League, in my own opinion, is that it kills this whole conundrum of going to international breaks to play some useless matches. So unajua, sometimes, especially a time like now, we just from the World Cup, there is now competition like hakuna ka Euro iko karibu, Euro iko 2020. The only big competition we have between now and then is AFCON. But in Africa we don't have much. So it kills the whole issue of having useless international breaks, because sometimes unashangaga, why are we going to international break? Tunaenda kufanya nini? Tunaenda kuona Spain wakiwa Macedonia, ati sijui Spain playing Macedonia, sijui France playing Malta, sijui England playing San Marino, some useless international friendly. So when there's something to play for, now of course it's a different ball game altogether. Even the mentality of the players when you're playing those games, it's gonna be entirely different. You're not going to play the way you used to playing, like when England is playing San Marino. Unaweza cheza tu venye unataka. But when there's something to play for, then you put in quite a different shift than you would put if it was just another friendly. And that is what I find it interesting about UEFA Nations League. It gives us something to look forward to these international breaks. At least I will be saying, at least we're watching some things. And that is why I'm saying these other confederations need to pick them up too. Because, it just makes the UEFA Confederation more interesting and more exciting and even more appealing to people outside there. And people will watch it even more because there's nothing like that ever. Nothing has been founded of that sort, So, like, the African Confederation should maybe think of that. Even the South American, they should honestly think of coming up with something like that. I find it very interesting and very, very good. It's a very good idea, if you ask me. And what I like about UEFA Nations League even more is the fact that there is no additional time that has been put to put these teams to be playing. Hii kitu yote inachezwa, the home and away fixtures, they're all played in the normal international breaks that we have. We have international breaks in September, October and November. Then kunakuwa na ingine sijui March of the following year. So it's all being played within the normal timelines we have of international breaks. So there's nothing extra. So you can't say like the players will be more jaded. They will not be more jaded. They will not. In any case, they will be more alert and they'll be more conscious of their form, because then they'll have to put in a shift for their country. Even more interesting also is that some of these players sometimes wanaenda tu kwa club wanakosa form. So unajua, like unaenda tu kwa club auchezi, but when like there's a international break coming up and you're going to play a big team because of the UEFA Nations League fixtures, then of course it's getting more interesting and more enticing for any player, who is not finding his place in the club football. So UEFA Nations League for me is one of the best things that UEFA has done of late, and I absolutely love it. I love it, and I think these other confederations should pick it up as quickly as possible. Also, which I don't want to delve much into it, is the UEFA Nations League is also giving other teams chances of playing in the Euro 2020, which is totally irrelevant for us right now, so I'm not going to talk about it, even that. All I want to talk about is exactly what I've just told you, where teams do play and there's a league, there's groups, and there's something to fight for. It's like the Champions League of national teams. So no longer like venye club World Cup kuna kwanga na the teams that have been playing the Champions League all over the world, they meet up to play for this Club World Cup. Now the UEFA Nations League shall be having the same kind of format, where in June munaenda the top 4 teams go and play each other, and then out of that we get a third place playoff, and we get a final out of it, and we have the best national team in Europe that season. And it's gonna be happening over 2 seasons. So we have like season right now we have season 18-19, then after that we're gonna be having season 20-21, like that, so on and so forth. After every 2 seasons, that's when the UEFA Nations League is gonna be taking place. All right, so that's all I have for you right now. I don't want to talk much about anything else. Don't forget, this weekend we have, of course, the Premier League action is getting back. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait. I won't say I've been totally bored, because I've been watching the UEFA Nations League fixtures, but of course I miss watching Arsenal in action, man. I do miss watching Arsenal in action, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy. I'm so excited. I'm of course gonna be meeting up on Friday as I tell you what I think is gonna happen this weekend, and I give you my predictions and my sentiments on what to look forward to over this weekend. All right, in the meantime, have a good evening, have a fantastic Tuesday evening, and a fantastic Wednesday and the rest of the week. God bless. Take care.